Okay, y'all, we are back for this is our last stop, and I am very, very, very excited about this. The way things worked
Yes.
out, because I wanted to do an episode with this person, but I honestly didn't think we could.
Yeah.
I didn't think
Oh
we
no.
could. So we are at what stop seven?
Yep. Stop 7.
Stop seven. We are in Baltimore, Maryland, with Boonie from the Boonie Breakdown podcast. Hey, girl. Hey.
Hey,
Hey.
look, this is such a dope idea. So if you see me do it, don't be mad.
I mean, hey,
Do
please
you
steal
have
away.
okay? You have what your what is it called? The something Wednesdays.
Would you rather Wednesday?
Yes, I love your Would You Rather Wednesdays. I'll be going through answering them.
Like today, I didn't even have the creativity. I feel like today was kind of weak. But everybody was like, no, it was still decent. I'm not in the mood. I need this election wrapped up.
Girl, I don't even think I posted anything on the podcast today. Like I was not feeling. I didn't post on any of my businesses. I posted probably one story on my personal. Like I was just.
Girl, shit, everybody's scared.
I was scared.
Yeah, I've been trying to do laughs. Yeah, I think I'm just exhausted. I'm over this. Like I just want it done one way or the other. I mean,
Same.
definitely prefer one way.
Right.
Yeah, I just need this shit to be over.
Yeah, no, honestly, I literally was like watching the little updates. You know, ain't no cable, so I'm like, I ain't had cable. Well, I haven't had cable in years. I just don't use cable. It's not effective for me. So I was on the little MSNBC app, and I was watching for like 4 hours last night, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna turn this off.
For real?
Yes,
You have to.
Girl, what I started watching, like whenever I first started it, I think Biden had like 3 electoral votes and Trump may have had 4. Like I watched it.
You started at the early
when they first started coming in.
Yes, I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna drive myself crazy.
Okay, so real quick. Y'all seen on the shade? Well, I don't know. You might not have seen in the shade room though. They posted Alexis Scott when she said, "Wait, it's just like an STD test."
Yeah,
and people were like, "Oh, not for me, sis." But I'm like, haven't we all had STD results, whether they were positive or negative? Or what,
you're always shook. You're always shook. And I remember one time, like my doctor is always like, you get a phone call, be prepared for bad news.
Yeah.
I remember one time the phone rang and I was like, oh shit, like this really? I wasn't even a hoe this year, really?
Oh, that hits hard.
But she was just calling because she's like, girl, I'm going on vacation. I ain't gonna have time to mail these letters. I was like, oh, okay, sis. But
like,
you really had me scared.
Did you miss the call or did you take it the first time?
No, I took that one I took.
Ain't nothing worse than getting
okay.
No, ain't nothing worse than getting a message to call back.
Yeah, nah, I need to know.
This is Dr. Such and Such with your results. Please give us a call. Like, why I gotta call you back and tell me they negative on the phone?
Please give us a call. You got chlamydia.
Yeah. Would you honestly want a voicemail to say that? Like, hello, this is so-and-so from Dr. So-and-so. We're just calling to let you know that, I wouldn't want to have that left on my voicemail.
You know what? I don't think I would mind.
Honestly.
You know what? No, I'm going to tell you guys a story. I know y'all have an agenda and we did not plan this, but
oh, girl, go.
Go off,
please.
I don't even think I've shared this on my own podcast. This was in my early days. I must have been like 21 or 22. And I got a call. I don't answer unknown numbers. So I'm looking at the phone like, I don't know who this is. Leave a voicemail. Voicemail goes, I checked the voicemail. They're like, this is so-and-so from the Maryland Department of Health.
One of your partners? Oh my gosh.
And so I'm listening and it's like, we're contacting you to let you know we received your number because someone you have been intimate with or sexually active with recently tested positive for AIDS.
Girl,
I tell you,
oh,
listen, when I tell you my stomach left my body, I ran to the bathroom. And I don't know what I was planning on doing in the bathroom, but I'm one of those people like, I gotta know. Yeah, like I have to know. So I immediately called back, like, hello. So she's doing the questions and it's my phone number or whatever. And then she's saying something. And I'm like, they can't disclose who it is because they have to protect privacy.
Right.
So she's asking these questions. And then she finally said the name and it wasn't my name. And I was like, oh. What I was like, what'd you just say? And she was like, Shaniqua or whatever. And I was like, oh no. I was like, my name is
wrong person.
Yeah, so and she's like, well,
Ooh.
did you just get this phone number? And I had just got the phone number. And she was like, okay, I think we have the wrong person. I'm so sorry.
Ooh.
Girl, I hope they got in
Wow.
contact with Shaniqua.
Well,
I
and make
hope
sure
so.
you were Shaniqua first.
Yeah, like, because I don't even have my name. And it's funny because I did for a minute after that leave, like, you've reached Adrian's voicemail.
Mhm.
But now I use that generic, like, you've reached whatever my number is,
Yeah.
After that, for a minute, I had my name. Like, we don't need no.
Okay, no more mix-ups.
Oh no, that's too much.
Girl,
But yeah, my stomach left my body.
hell yeah, my shit would have locked up immediately.
Girl, I was trying to kill somebody. Like, who the fuck got
They call nigga, you got AIDS.
But it was just very like, so
okay.
yeah.
And you can't, I mean, and really you can't undo that. Like if you call somebody, be like, did you give me something? You know what I'm saying? And then you go, well, it wasn't me. They be like, nah, bitch, it wasn't you.
Like, they be like, lying
You would,
ass.
I would have started trying to trace back too, but that was like her whole thing. She's like, we can't disclose who it is, unfortunately. And I'm like, yeah, that was a scare of a lifetime.
Him disclose my name.
Okay, he exposed me. He over here out me out.
Yeah. Oh, girl.
Yeah, that
I'm
was wild.
Okay,
I was like 21 when that happened.
Girl.
Ooh, right in the middle. Like that's
really whole years.
Okay, that's peak
yeah.
years.
I was 21.
Ooh, did it slow you down?
You know what? Now I'm looking back. I think it shook me a little bit. I think it really did.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely think it did. It definitely did.
Girl, I can't say I blame you. Hell.
Okay, because
but then I hopped back on the saddle.
That's what usually happens when real quick too. But when you like have results and you just like, ooh, if it's negative, I ain't gonna do this no more.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna have raw sex no more.
Yeah.
And then 6 months later,
raw sex happens.
Raw dog warrior. But
no, for real. When you get them negative results, you be feeling it like, I ain't got nothing. I know my status.
You got immunity.
Not immunity. Not immunity. Oh my God.
You feel good though. Okay.
I don't even think we introduced our guest.
I said her name.
Oh, you did? Oh, I must have missed it.
Well, you can do it again.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to go by Boonie?
Yes.
Okay. So this is again Boonie with the Boonie Breakdown. I love her podcast. We're gonna get into your podcast a little bit later too, because you had a guest recently. Oh my gosh. And I followed her, the Chocolate Dom.
Oh yes.
That was a good one. So we'll get into all that a little bit later. But first we're gonna get into our first game, which is 100 rounds. Well, it's not a game.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I'm saying. It's 100 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
It's played like concentration. So 10 will give us a topic. I will go first, then 10. The first thing that comes to your mind, and just keep it going until you can't think of anything else. Whoever's out first.
It's pretty simple.
So, all right.
And then we also do have one like simple house rule.
Forgot that.
So if your cell phone does go off or we can hear it, you do have to answer it on speaker if it's a call. Or you got to read your text message out loud.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, so this gives you your opportunity to put it on silent.
Now watch, everybody's gonna be like ding 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 ding. Like, no.
That's how it happens.
Phone always want to ring whenever it's time to record.
When people put it when people turn their phone on, they usually don't no calls, no text, nothing. So it's crazy how that works. But okay, so our first topic.
So let's go ahead and start off. We're gonna do 100 rounds. Floyd Mayweather.
A fight.
Hate him.
Birkin.
Millionaire.
Can't read.
Cash.
Fantasia now. Shit, because you said that.
Mary J. Blige boots.
Screaming. 50 Cent.
Miss Jackson? What they sex?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Forgot about that.
Short.
Nelly. Nelly's dating Miss Jackson now.
Uncle.
Oh, R.I.P.
Mm-hmm.
Boxing.
Pawpaw.
I'm out.
That was a good one.
Yeah, I struggled with Uncle. I couldn't figure out nothing else.
Yeah, no, I had a few more in the tuck.
I had a few too.
We could have gone. Okay, so anyways, this week, so there has been previously a little bit of like rumors I think it was a few weeks ago. Floyd Mayweather's daughter, Yaya Mayweather,
How did she?
19, I believe.
She is 19.
Yeah,
Ooh.
very young. So she posted a TikTok, and some people noticed that she had a little bit of a belly there.
Oh, a pudge.
So everybody's like, "Oh, Yaya, you pregnant? You want to tell us something?" So she was rumored to be dating. Well, not rumored, but she was dating NBA YoungBoy, which is a rapper out of Baton Rouge. A very scary young man.
He said, did he say fuck Floyd?
Yes, he definitely did.
Yeah.
You gotta worry about anybody that say fuck a prize winning boxer. Like that nigga don't care about shit.
Literally, you do not care.
Fact. He said, "Yo, bitch ass daddy."
He don't care.
He don't give a fuck.
Mm-mm.
So she was dating NBA YoungBoy, and you may or may not remember, Boonie, but there was a little incident not too long ago where Yaya actually stabbed another woman who was pregnant by NBA.
Yeah, so I had to do some Googles. And when I saw that, that's what I remembered. I was like, oh, okay, I do remember this story where she stabbed the person. Yes.
Yes. So that girl in the house was actually pregnant by NBA, and she ended up having the baby shortly after, and Yaya did catch a charge in behind it.
Yes.
So everybody was like, oh my gosh, is this NBA YoungBoy's baby? So Floyd did do an interview this week with Hollywood Unlocked, and he did confirm that Yaya is actually pregnant by NBA YoungBoy.
So they're not together no more?
It wasn't really confirmed or denied if they
I was
were
like,
together.
were they ever together? Or was he with the other girl?
Oh no, they were definitely together when she was in that video looking.
Oh, whatever. That lace front.
Yeah.
He like, you talking about my wife? You talking about my wife?
Yeah, 19-year-old wife.
Girl.
It's a lot.
And she over there, wig all to the side. Just looking confused and dazed. So Floyd was basically saying that him and her mother, they just want her to be happy. And as long as she's happy, they're happy. And they are welcoming, their new grandbaby. So I really don't. I may need to do my own Googles because I can't remember how many kids NBA YoungBoy has, but I think he has 6 kids, and he's like 20.
I was gonna say they're young.
Yes,
very
like super young, and he's got multiple baby mamas, of course.
It's like 6 or 7, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Somewhere around there. So I know he had the baby with Janiyah, which was the girl that was like his first like real public relationship that he had. Of course he had some little babies right whenever he was still in Baton Rouge. He had Janiyah. It was the girl that Yaya stabbed. There was another girl, the girl that he went to Rolling Loud with last year. She had a baby by him. And now Yaya currently.
So I do have a question because I should have done that. What is a song that he sings that I may know or raps that I may know?
His biggest one that he got introduced to us was No Smoke. No smoke, no smoke. You niggas don't want it. I can't go.
I may or may not have heard that one.
He's very, I want to say he's very big on YouTube.
Yeah,
like
he
has
is.
a very big YouTube following, and his music, like he'll have a lot of radio songs.
But he does have that one song that's on the radio. I hear it in my head. What's it called?
It's gonna drive you crazy too.
It really is. It's not the one with Kevin Gates. Let me see.
See, now I know who that is.
In case you were wondering, NBA stands for Never Broke Again.
I did. My little brother told me that.
Like the little
That's
niggas
how old
love
I
him.
am.
Yeah, the little niggas love him. Like
they really do.
They really.
And that's
love
just so
him.
crazy to be 20 and have 6 children and another on the way.
And to keep going.
That's what I'm saying. Like, at what point are you like, you know what? Let me get a vasectomy.
Niggas
never.
Niggas don't get vasectomies because they feel like they ain't gonna be able to come. And I know that sounds crazy as fuck, but I've heard that from niggas. Like they be like, my sperm gonna be weak, I ain't gonna be able to stay hard. That does not mean any of that, nigga.
It doesn't. It just means you cannot make children anymore.
Exactly. But they don't understand that. And
yeah, I just feel like what a life, because it's like that's my thing with so much of this culture right now. It's like the sustainability of what people are doing. And so, yeah, he's hot right now. how do you sustain this? And now you have 6 and a possible kid on the way, right?
Right.
So what does the future look like? Like, what if this YouTube money dries up, you don't make no more hit songs? What happens next with all these motherfucking kids?
Right. And see, I don't think niggas don't even be thinking that far, because this is probably a nigga with a mindset like, I ain't gonna live past 25.
Well, no, he said he never broke again. So this nigga feel like he ain't gonna ever be broke again.
Touche.
He's manifesting his destiny. He said he literally says it in his head. So I don't. Whatever he making is a lot of money to him.
Yeah, and it's more money than he's ever seen and his family's ever seen. Cause his mama be on the internet acting a damn fool too.
Well, my thing is, it ain't enough as my daddy money, so you can't raise your voice too loud.
Know what I'm saying?
You respect my daddy.
Like, and that's really where my questioning is. It's like, what possesses a woman to be a nigga's 6th baby mama?
That's future people. I mean, it's a lot of these women. I don't know what it is either. I don't know. I think about, like, when I just said future, Sierra was like baby mama 4 or 6.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there. She was like 4 or 5 or 6.
She was somewhere in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And now Future's up to 10 right now. We're
I think
10.
he's got 8, 9.
Yeah, he's going into the double digits now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, Sierra was an anomaly because she actually had her own money.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, okay, if this goes sour, I can. You have Cardi, the same thing.
Yeah.
Offset had all of these children. I mean, he has like 4, and then Culture was 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe because they have money and women are like, I'm gonna be good, let me get a bag. I mean, maybe not Cardi and Sierra, but and even Yaya, like, your daddy got money. Like, what is the reason? What is the reason that you would line up to be number 6?
That's what I'm saying. Why would you even want to join that?
I don't even want to date a man who has more than 3 children. Okay. First of all, I don't want to date one who I don't have children yet.
Same.
Maybe we don't know. So yeah, it's like, I don't even know if I want to date a man who has children. Let's start there.
Same.
But I'm a realist, and I know most people in our age bracket might have one. I'll give a bitch one, right? Okay. Right. You start getting into multiple kids and multiple baby mamas, I'm just gonna go ahead and buy out this situation already. Right. I just cannot do this. But if someone out their mouth tells me they have 6 children,
absolutely not.
It's not happening.
Yeah, I ain't fucking with it.
But the thing is, I think when you're with someone, you feel like you're gonna be with them forever. You feel like you're the one. You feel like you're that. I mean, I can't imagine being with someone and not feeling like, especially with Sierra and Cardi. Like, Future was engaged to Sierra. Whatchamacallit, married Cardi. So, but they're different.
Yeah.
But anybody else, I usually feel like it just may be like, or he's not gonna do me like them. That's what I think.
I mean, but nigga has made 7 households, and didn't stay at any of them.
Ooh, the fact you said households.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this nigga has literally created 7 different families. Like, think about a family tree. This nigga done put 7 branches on it.
That's wild.
What makes you think that your branch is where he's gonna stay?
It's a Christmas tree.
This is it. He's locking it down. He's gonna stay here. Like, this is just, I just can't even imagine. And so now, wasn't it recently, it was a situation too, Future, one of the baby mamas at the end, he was trying to deny paternity, wasn't he? Like, nope, it's not mine.
Was it Eliza?
Yeah, Eliza.
Yeah.
Eliza's.
The probability of this nigga, like, let's not even play this game. Like, we already know the probability you are the father.
Thank you.
He knew he was a daddy too. That's
yes, and then he tried to like really do like a whole smear campaign against her online, like
legit.
Talking down on her, calling her ugly and all this other stuff. Like, nigga, shut up.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Yeah, I just don't understand it. I'm just like, and then like y'all mentioned, like Yaya's daddy literally is a fucking millionaire. Like, what?
Yeah.
You would think that she would have like better choices, but I had saw a comment where somebody was like, whenever you have low security about yourself, then money doesn't even matter. Like, you can have all the money in the world, but if you feel insecure, you still gonna make poor choices.
This is true. That is true. Money is not the cure-all for many of those things. I I just feel like I don't have money like Mayweather, right? I don't have access to someone who has that kind of money. So I look at it and we prop it up like that would just put me in such a different league. Like I'm who I am, but if I had access to millions like that, shit. Like I would not be out here fumbling the bag like this, right?
Facts.
Well, also too, like NBA is like one of the hottest niggas his age right now. Like so to her, that could, I mean, that's a come up.
Nah, your daddy is Floyd Mayweather, fam.
But
yeah, I'm like, it'd be different if you were telling me like, okay, she got knocked up by Drake.
Right.
That's different. Yes. Right. My mama know Drake songs.
Yeah.
I didn't even know who Money NBA Youngboy really was, right? And I'm not even that old. So I feel like if you're telling me that, like, okay, she got knocked up by Drake.
Makes
sense. He only got one baby mother that we know about, unless he hiding some more children. But
right.
You know, okay, Drake gonna have long money for a little while.
Right.
I wouldn't be mad at that.
Same, honestly.
But what if Mayweather really doesn't have the money? And what if NBA Youngboy is richer than him?
I mean, that would be a plot twist.
Yeah, that would be a plot twist.
She said a plot twist. Yeah, no, that would definitely be a different conversation.
Because 50's always talking about how broke Floyd really is on the verge of, and that's why he got to be fighting.
50 is such a bully. He is.
So that is like a walking internet troll.
Facts.
Like he literally is nothing but a fucking troll.
In real life troll.
Yes, real life troll.
Literally.
I mean, I can see that because I think that I don't think Floyd Mayweather has as much money as we think. I don't think he has as much like liquid cash as he.
No, I think that's probably a fair statement.
Yeah, I think he probably has like a lot of money that's like into like real estate or I don't know, some cars that are worth some money or something. But I don't think he has like that much actual cash on hand. But even still, like if your daddy, even if your daddy is like broke behind doors, like he's still Floyd Mayweather. Like we still want you to make like better choices.
Like I still feel like she could have access to more money with a broke Floyd Mayweather than this guy. Like all Floyd would have to do is like, all right, I'm gonna do a fight and he's gonna come up on 50 million.
Yo.
Okay.
I
so
just go ahead.
This is random, but
okay.
What would make you be baby mama number 6?
What would?
Yeah. I mean, if these things happened, what would you be like? You know what? Fuck it. I ain't doing nothing else. Might as well be number 6.
Ooh.
Let me think. I got to think real hard on that one. He'd have to be a prince or something.
He's a prince.
He would have to be like a prince of some like very successful country that is big on oil. He would have to be an oil tycoon.
Yeah, the money gonna have to be generational wealth, life-changing money.
Facts.
Woo, or I can't even, or it was true deception. Like I had no idea.
Yep. Yeah, that's a good one.
And then I find out, like I tell him I'm pregnant. He's like, I don't want no more children. I'm like, what? You got children? Right.
No, I don't want no more.
Yeah. It would be one of the other situations. Like I really just did not know, or I knew what it was, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna line up for this.
Facts.
I'm gonna line up for this.
Yeah, nah, my kids would have to be straight for me to be like, you know, I'm gonna sign up for this.
Yeah,
take one for the team.
Yeah, number 6.
That's just so far down the line.
Yeah,
I mean, even if he's a prince, your son would never have a chance.
Yeah, but they'll be a part of the family. It's all right. It'll be like Prince Harry. He wasn't 5th in line for the throne.
Yeah, he was deep down that list. Once Will and them popped out them babies, he was down.
He just
down there.
But he's still a prince. Well, I mean, kind of left, but like
it was Prince Harry.
Yeah, he's still Prince Harry. Like it would have to be something like that. What would you sign up for?
I ain't real bright when it comes to niggas.
Girl, oh my gosh.
I don't.
Girl, none of us are. Shit.
I don't. I don't know. To be a 6th baby mama, that means to be my 3rd child. I wouldn't even say marry me because I don't want all that shit. I don't have to deal with all that shit. Like you said, it have to be long long money.
Real long
Yeah,
money.
it gotta be long money.
Yeah, because you also dealing with 6 different people.
Yep. And that's
a
only if he had one
lot.
kid with each of them.
That's true. And if he gets along with them, which I know we ain't talking about this, but like you know how London's baby mamas all came together to out Summer Walker.
Yes.
Like I don't have to deal with no shit like that.
Yeah.
I need to see. That's the problem. I don't follow the shade room. I need to follow them. I need to get this toxicity back into my life.
Girl.
I used to follow them and I unfollowed because I was like, it's too much.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like I don't know no drama. I don't know no celebrity
Girl.
drama.
Girl, yeah. Summer Walker is definitely pregnant.
Oh,
She
wow.
came
After
to Dallas and met up with Erykah Badu.
And everyone's saying she met up with Erykah to be her doula.
She probably did.
Probably.
I mean, they probably discussed it while she was there too.
Yeah, nah, low key. Erykah's daughter posted like something on TikTok and was like, Summer Walker is in my house. And she turned the camera on Summer. Summer saw that belly in the video and was like, oh, wrong angle.
And turned all
And
around real
Ah.
fast. But you still saw it.
Yeah.
And then it was another one they did a still, and I was like, okay, Summer was expecting, even though she said she
Yeah.
wasn't. But that's another thing too. Like, people aren't really allowed to like announce their pregnancies. Like, I'm sure Yaya did lie about it at first.
Yeah, she did.
So I think that's the thing. It does suck being a celebrity. Like, I don't envy certain levels of celebrity because they do try to hide and keep their business, but
Mhm.
everybody's so fucking nosy.
Right.
But then you do have the clout chasers who need their name out there to keep them relevant
Mm-hmm.
and to make money.
Right.
So it's such a weird world because
Mm-hmm.
yeah, the NBA young boy, he need this press, right?
Right.
Summer Walker might be on the brink where she may not really need it, right?
Yeah. I mean,
Summer breaking up with London is enough on its own. Like, I think that's enough because we see
they break up regularly. Summer got a lot of backlash because she went online and was like, all you moms, you don't really need that much money in child support. It literally takes $1.33 a day to feed a baby. And this girl wrote a whole breakdown and was like, for breakfast, 3 peas and 6 slices of a banana.
Oh my God.
She was like, for lunch, 12 peas and half a pear. Like, was putting all this stuff, and everybody criticized her because they're like, first of all, Summer, no baby can sustain off of that.
A pea. Like, what the fuck is that?
She literally said like 6 peas and like water. She's like, and give them alkaline water.
Somebody check on her baby when she.
Girl, I'm telling you.
Summer's starting to sound so like elitist to me, and I don't know why, but just like, girl, everybody don't have access to fresh food and alkaline water. Shut the fuck up and
Facts.
let Jam eat these chicken nuggets because that's all we got right now.
I mean,
not
honestly.
Jam.
As long as the kid is in a healthy environment, is that not the focus? Like, yes, we should focus on what we feed kids. And yeah, kids probably shouldn't eat a lot of processed stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But a baby cannot come fresh out the womb and eat peas. Like,
right.
Babies need milk.
Mm-hmm.
They need nutrients.
Mm-hmm.
God bless the children.
I'm telling you.
I did not. I missed that too. God, Summer Walker.
Girl.
It's and that's another one too, because London got a lot of kids too.
And he got baby mama drama right now.
I can't do it. I want better for Black women. Not to say that all Black men are out here ridden with children, etc. and by baby mamas.
Using that word. These niggas is ridden with children.
Ridden with children. But it's like, shit, I deserve to, like, I would like to be in a space where if I'm having my first child, I would ideally like to experience that first with you, like us to experience that together, if at all possible.
Right.
Again, I'm not naive to think, okay, I date men who are older than me. So I'm dating guys in their 40s.
Mm-hmm.
So the likelihood, I don't know, I've had a string of men in their 40s who don't have no children. Woo, thank you, Lord.
Mm-hmm.
But I know it's the possibility that I might meet somebody. So he might have older children. He might have a teenager. Right. And here I am trying to, if I want to decide to have children, like, let's have an infant. And he might be like, sis, what? Like,
right. He don't want to start over.
Exactly. So these are the conversations where I'm at in life. Like, do you want more children? Because I'm not sure if I do or don't. Right. That's where I am. So yeah, but I can't do the written with all these baby mamas and all these kids. Can't do it.
I feel you completely. And I had that conversation with a friend of mine because he has a daughter.
Mhm.
And whenever I was talking to him, I was like, yeah, I want for, same thing like you said. My first time, I wanted to be an experience for like both of us. And he was like, have you ever thought that even a man with kids, like it can still be his first time? He was like, because you don't know what the pregnancy consisted of.
Yeah.
He's like, it may not have been a good time between the two of them. They may not have been on the best of terms. He was like, so his first time going to doctor's appointments and things like that, it could be with you, even though he does have a kid.
That is a point that I've never even thought about. So thank you to that person. I never even thought about that. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, that's how when he said that, I was like, yeah, I feel you. I mean, I still don't want it, but it makes
ideally
sense. Yeah.
But yeah, that's a fair point that I never considered. It could be the experience could be completely different.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
That is fair. That's fair. I like it.
Okay, but I have another point or another view on this as well. Because Summer and Yaya have been known to get into it with the baby mamas. And I feel like sometimes if you don't have, not if you don't have kids, but sometimes if you're the current, you may feel like you have something over on the baby's moms or feel like they're bitter. But now like you don't feel like you're them. You feel like they're bitter. You feel like they're hateful. So you don't see yourself as them until you become them.
Yeah. I think that goes to a few things. One, how secure you feel as a woman and the kind of relationship he has with them as well and what he spreads back to you.
Yeah.
I've seen situations where, people have children, date, or you're the new person showing up, the new girl he's dating, and everything goes fine because he's in a good co-parenting space with those other parents of his children. So everything's copacetic and fine. Now I feel like if there's some rockiness there and you're coming in, and women, we're intuitive and you can pick up on things that you get protective and feel like you got to start flexing what little muscle you have, which is I'm his bitch now. Right. I'm the one he's with. That's all you got to stand on. Whether it's right or wrong. Not saying it's right. But if you feel like I'm backed up against on the wall, like, well, I'm his bitch. I'm not, you're not with him no more. I can see how it can go completely left like that. Yeah. I would not advise that, right? But I see how it happens.
Right. I mean, true. And I mean, I think we've all encountered men who talk shit about their baby mamas. So
they all do and still be fucking.
Yeah, nigga can like pump your head up, full of a bunch of shit. That's
my question. When's the last time you had sex with your baby mama? Right? Once you tell me you have children, okay. How many baby mamas? Oh, one. Okay, wonderful. When the last time y'all had sex? I had a guy one time go. I mean, he was shocked.
Ooh. He wasn't expecting that one.
Yeah, he had no idea. And he was like, dang, nobody's asked me that. Dang. And so because that was his response, I knew he was still fucking her.
Yo, last night.
Okay. So
yeah, he never responded.
I was talking to someone and he said his response was, we do, but not as much as we used to when we were together. And I'm like,
that's honest.
That would seem logical if y'all aren't together, that you aren't fucking as much as you weren't when you weren't together.
Like we stopped fucking 7 days a week too.
Right.
Like,
yeah. But I'm like, but I don't feel like a lot of men will be honest though. And that's the problem. But he was honest. No. He was honest, but he still, it was still feelings there. So of course that he was honest. But a lot of people aren't honest about what they're doing.
Yeah, no, a lot of people aren't honest at all. And you'll just be like, you're lying.
Got to keep it moving.
Yeah. I see straight through your lies. Go ahead. You think I'm an idiot.
Well, no, that's a bad thing too, because, people do still assume that because, and I've seen the memes before, if you fucked her once, that's always your baby mama, or you can always fuck again. Right. And I have 2 kids and I have 2 baby fathers. And neither one of them can fuck. Ever. Like ever. Me and my child's father can be in the same bed together. I'm not interested. Sometimes our dynamic is a little funny and we can be really cool, but ain't nothing happening. It's nothing absolutely happening. And because I broke up with you, now you bro. You bro, but we got a baby. It's really bro.
Not bro.
You bro. But that sometimes is an issue too, because it is like, it's very like I've dated niggas who were still fucking their baby mamas. You probably dated. You probably dated. So
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm like, I know, like I knew that guy. Like he
Right.
So it's also like just very just like it's hard to trust.
Yeah, it low-key is.
When you know someone, that may still be, could still be. I don't know. But
see, this is why I just be like, I would rather bypass all of this and not date any niggas with kids.
It's just definitely a different. It's an added layer to the dating scene.
For sure.
It is an added layer.
For sure. And it's just like, and it's so funny because whenever men ask me, I was out like, what was it, one of these weekends recently, and I had met this guy and he was like, you got any kids? And I'd be playing around with niggas and I'd be like, yeah, I got 6. And he was like, damn, you look good for 6 kids. I was like, yeah. So, I try to take care of myself or whatever. Mm-hmm. And he was like, damn. So where they at right now? I was like, oh shit, I left him at home with the oldest. He like, how old is your oldest? I said, she's 12. He said, you mean tell me you done had 6 kids in the last 12 years?
One every 2 years?
I was like, yeah. I said, he's like, and you couldn't work out with none of their daddies? I was
damn.
Like, he was
why
really
do you assume it was all different daddies though?
Okay. I told myself I could have been married.
Mm-hmm. And married, had 6 kids.
Yes, I could have had 6 kids with one man. Mm-hmm. And eventually he was like, you know what? You really holding it down. Like
strong black woman.
Yeah, it was going in that, you remind me of my mama type category. So I was like, nah, I'm playing. I ain't got 6 kids. He's like, man, you for real? I was like, yeah, no, I don't have
what to think now.
Yeah, I was like, I don't have any kids. He was like, you sure? I said, nigga, no, I don't have no kids.
Okay, but what about this too? Being that you guys are old in your 30s and don't have any kids, what do you hear about like the things with you guys not having kids?
Oh, I hate that shit where it's like, what's wrong with your pussy? Why you don't got no kids? Nigga, I know birth control. Like, leave me the fuck alone.
Hello. I had a nigga literally say to me, you sure your shit work? I was like, nigga, yes.
It automatically goes to that, like, what's wrong with you? Why ain't nobody do this? Your pussy trash. Like, okay.
Yeah.
But it's literally, I've used Plan Bs and I've been on birth control and we've used condoms. Like, I just have actively made the choice. I don't want children.
Yes, like, yeah, no. And if I had a kid with any of the niggas that I was with, I would be in trouble right now. Like, fuck that. Nigga, you should be thankful I ain't fuck none of them and have nothing to show for it.
Listen. Listen.
Keep your head up. Yeah, like, but then there is pressure, like from the family side, to kind of have a baby. Even my little sister, she was like, I can't wait for you to make me an auntie. I'm like, hold on.
Yeah, like I said, like maybe it'll happen, maybe it won't. I don't know. I really don't, but we'll see.
Yeah, and I think we need to normalize like women not wanting to have kids. Like everybody doesn't aspire to be a mom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Not asking people period about their fucking reproductive like
yeah, like you don't know, like it could be an issue. What if I had an accident and lost my ovaries? You don't know, and you already sitting here talking about why I ain't got no goddamn children. Like mind your business.
Yes, like it could be a number of things going on. So you want to find out?
Yeah.
You come from a good family? Are you tall? Athletic?
That's a question you asked.
Yeah, like you want to find out? Let's find out if I can have a baby or not.
Well, look, I mean, I know I can.
You know your shit work?
I know I can.
That's hilarious.
I just don't want to, be nobody's third. So that's the goal, is not to be nobody else's third baby mama and just be smarter from here on out.
I feel you.
But we was all over the place with that.
Yeah.
Which we normally are.
Pretty much.
But
good conversation though.
Definitely was.
It was.
But Boonie, let's get into you.
All right.
So the Boonie Breakdown, how long? Well, tell us about your show, kind of.
I am the host of the Boonie Breakdown podcast, your source for all things responsible and ratchet.
Yes.
And so we're coming up on 4 years of the show.
Congratulations!
Wow, yes, congrats.
Dope. Yeah, thank you. I'm excited because, you know, I do a range of topics. Sometimes it's just bullshitting with my friends. Sometimes I interview guests, like you mentioned, Mistress Marley, which was a fun episode. So, like Responsible Ratchet, you can get an episode one week about let's go to therapy, and then the next week it could be we're talking about anal sex. You never know. You never know. So it's a surprise bag.
I love the variety. I'm here
Spice
for
of
it.
life. But I want to say, like, you are really the only single solo host that we've had. And so how do you do it by yourself or just, you know, because it's hard. Like me and her, like when she was gone, I couldn't do it by myself. So how do you feel like it is for you hosting by yourself your show? Because it is really, really good.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I feel like sometimes I always say that, like, I kind of wish I had a co-host sometimes, but then I like that it's just me because it is a lot of work. It's like if I'm having guests, I got to reach out to guests. You got to schedule it. You got to record it.
Right.
If I have to do any edits to it, got to do that. So it's a lot of work, and then you got to promote it on social and make sure people listen to it. And so just for it being me, it is a lot of work. So, which is why I appreciate my friends who I think it's 3-4 people now who will do a few episodes in a season with me. Because it is just me, it's why I do seasons. I need a break.
Yeah, I feel you. I definitely feel you on that. Yeah, a couple episodes ago, we were kind of talking about, well, we touched on it briefly about podcast burnout. And, you know, we were kind of saying like, that's not something that's really discussed like among podcasters. Like, you know, if you do experience it, like, how do you get through it? So is that something that you've experienced?
I think I did with one season. I don't think it was my best season, but I felt like I had to put something out to keep the rhythm.
Right.
So yeah, I definitely try to limit when I'm in season listening to podcasts a lot because I don't want it to, I feel like it overwhelms me. When I'm out of season, I listen heavy. Like I catch up on things that I missed. I go back and check out like, oh, I want to listen to this episode. But I do think the burnout is real because sometimes I'm like, I talked about this shit right before, right? But then I also have to remember somebody who just started listening to me this week may not have listened to episode 40, right? Where you talked about it. So you can run that shit back again. Like at first I felt like every single episode had to be completely new, completely different. And I'm like, not everybody's listening to every single episode, right? I think the only person who might do that is me and one of my best friends.
Go start from number 1.
Yeah, like, but beyond that, most people, they might just see, oh, this one sounds interesting. I'm going to listen to this one this week.
Right.
So I think for me, I had to like stop putting so much pressure on myself to always be new because I'm like, ain't really shit new under the sun. It's just how your spin is and what you're presenting. So
that's a good point. I guess I never thought about it as like, you know, like anybody, like a new listener, this could be their very first episode. And so that is a good point.
I was gonna tell you that I really, really admire you. Have some maybe most fire content, like as far as your social media presence and the stuff that you do is really, really good.
Y'all stuff is good too. Come on.
Well, thank you. But I mean, our stuff is all over the place because I'm we still trying to figure out stuff. But it seems like you have like a system and how you do things and things like that. It looks really, really good. So I was gonna ask you, like, during this pandemic, has anything changed for you as far as how you push stuff out, as far as how you interact with people, anything like that?
I think the biggest change for me was I started showing my face a little bit more than I did normally. I started doing like Instagram lives, which I had never done before. Especially because I had done my show live and done it in a few cities, and I was trying to come to Houston this year. I actually would have been in Houston this weekend had the pandemic not happened. So for me, it was like losing that face-to-face, losing the shows. Like, how am I going to do this different this time or this year? And so I was like, all right, well, I got to do Instagram live. Like, those are quick. Those are easy. We have a good time. I didn't think nobody was going to come on to them, but people be in there. So
Girl, do.
yeah, I think that's been the biggest shift for me. Cause sometimes I like to hide, like it's not me. Look at my guests, but I had to put my face out there a little bit more this year.
Well, and I was gonna say too, like you, I did remember, I think one of your live shows, it looked really, really like lit there. And so you had traveled and done shows, right?
Yeah, so I did my 2 years ago, the first two shows I did in Baltimore. And then last year I did Baltimore, Philly, and Atlanta. And so this year I had planned to do DC, New York, and Houston.
Well, that's what I was gonna say, because I think you were one of like the first people that I had seen that, you know, I didn't know you, but I felt like, you know what I'm saying, like as far as podcasting, like what am I trying to say? I saw you go on like tour and I was like, oh dang, like that's so dope. Like that she's gone to all these places and like her it looks like the shows be sold out. You have lots of participation and all that stuff. So how did that happen for you? And like how did you feel when you were doing those shows?
I think at first I had a little bit of like, can I do this? Because I don't have millions of downloads. I don't have hundreds of thousands of followers. Are people really gonna come? And I'm like, well, you did 2 shows in Baltimore. I'm like, but that's your hometown. So people who just want to support you gonna come, who might not even listen. So Philly and Atlanta were truly the test, because it was like, all right, let's see who comes out. Philly, we definitely, and I was able to find venues that could work for my crowd size. Now I'm not booking like an arena or a huge 100-seat theater yet.
Right.
But I was like, let me find a space that can work for my crowd. Okay, Philly, this one can hold 65 people, but if I can need to expand it to larger, I can. Cool, let's sell these 65 tickets. Same thing with Atlanta. Oh, this can hold 45, but I can push it and get 60 in here, 70 in here, which I did push it in there. And I was like, see, you doubted yourself. You should have got the bigger one. But yeah, so that was my lesson. It was kind of like, if you're going to do it, then do it. Don't do it scared and trying to be like, oh, I only need 20 chairs. And then now I'm like, shit, how am I fitting 60, 70 people in here?
Right.
So it was exciting to pull off. Like after I did it, I was like, fuck, I did it. But I was scared as shit. Like, oh my God, this is gonna be so embarrassing. I'm promoting, like I'm coming to Atlanta and it's gonna be 4 people in there.
I mean, you've probably had more people in your shows than people in those cities have had. You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely a feat. So how was that? Were you having to like reach out to people and build connections, or what were you doing?
So really, I just started with my audience. And normally what I'll do is, if I had previous guests who were on and I know they were in those cities, I reached out to my guests who I knew were in Atlanta. And I hit them up like, hey, you know, are you free? A few of them said they weren't. A few of them said they were. The ones who were, I gave them a free ticket. Now, of course, they're not going to want to come alone. So then their friend bought a ticket. So that was my thing there. It worked. And then I kind of tried to find some other podcasts that were relative the same size. I think, and I'm guilty of it too, you always try to think, well, if I could get that big fish, which I do have reach guests who I'm like, I'm gonna shoot the email and they say yes, great. They say no, shit, I'm gonna try again later and I'm gonna come back in a year. And that was Glamazon Tayomi. I had emailed her 4 years ago when I started.
Oh wow.
She said,
"Is it YouTube? That she's really like a really big YouTube."
Yeah, the dick riding classes. Yeah,
I saw that.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I had emailed her 4 years ago when I started.
Oh wow.
She said yes, but she was traveling and she wasn't sure. I followed up and I felt like I was pestering, so I was like, you know what? Not the time. We can't make this work. Then I emailed her my last season, season 7. I was like, I need a banging person to close out this. This was a good season. I want to bang. Emailed her. She said yes. We recorded 3 days later. It is my most listened to episode.
Really? Oh, wow.
Because she was also somebody who I appreciated. Sometimes you get these guests who come on and they don't want to share and they don't want to promote. And I'm like, why the fuck not? It's your face, right?
So
So I appreciated her. She was not afraid. She posted like 4 times on her page. She shared it every time I tagged her in her Instagram story. She put it in her link tree. She when I said on Twitter, everywhere, she promoted this like it was her thing. And I was like, oh, why can't all people be like this? Right. But it felt so good because I remember telling her on the like after we recorded, I was like, I reached out to you 4 years ago. And she was like, or 3 years ago. She was like, no, you didn't. And I was like, I did. And then she's like, send me the email. And then she sent it back and she was like, oh my God, I do remember this. And she's like, well, I'm just so happy I was able to finally make it work for you. So
I love it.
Yeah. So sometimes you get stuff like that. Sometimes you get the people who say yes, then flake.
Right.
Then I'd be like,
low key.
Facts.
Low key, like, fuck you. Because my thing is like, just don't waste my time. If you don't want to do it, just say no. Right. Because now I'm sitting here, I done plotted out questions, things I want to talk about, and then I log on and then it's crickets.
Right.
Like I can't replace my time. So
facts.
But yeah, so I feel like the networking across it helps so much more. What Issa Rae is so true because it's like even though I have those reach people, the people who are like I feel like we're all here, we're trying to get there.
Yeah.
I feel like they're more inclined to be like, sure, I'll share, or what do you need me to do? So yeah, look to your left and your right.
Okay.
And don't be afraid. Like I hate that shit where people get competitive. Like, oh, I can't help you because I'm trying to get mine.
And there's room for everybody.
It is totally room for everybody.
Yes. And everybody isn't trying to chase the same space. Like, everybody has their own lane, their own avenue where they're trying to go, what they want to do. So that's just a different story.
Agree.
Yeah, totally agree. So do you have any like post-pandemic plans? You're going to try to pick back up with the touring next year if possible?
I think that's my goal. Hopefully these venues survive the pandemic.
That's another thing too. They're going to survive it too.
Yes, I'm hoping that they survive because I had my New York venue and the Houston venue. DC, I hadn't paid or firmed up, but I had idea of places. So yeah, if it's safe to do so next year during the summer, I would love to get back on the road. That would be my biggest thing. Like I would like to do my live shows.
Yeah, no, I definitely feel you. The live shows bring a different experience. Like, I don't know.
And mine are like, it only works if the audience participates. So I give out prizes. It's a good time. We get drunk.
Yeah.
We get prizes. Like it's a good time.
Damn.
I saw your videos. I was like, I want to go.
Yeah,
like,
I'll be at the Houston one. I'll be at the Houston show. Just letting you know, or come to Dallas.
Oh, but real quick. So the chocolate dome, Mistress Marley.
Marley, yes.
So
big vibes.
So yes,
big.
So I saw her originally when she had the video. The video went viral of her dog walking that white man on campus at the HBCU. And then I saw that you posted. I was like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be so dope. And it was really, really dope. And so I ended up, because of you, I ended up following her.
I follow her too.
And I ended up signing up for the Dom.
Yes.
And then I liked a picture or something like that, or said something. And then I got a message for someone wanting to be
a toilet slave.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about it at first, but he was talking about like he couldn't pay with Cash App or something. And I just remember her saying like, if he ain't talking about no money, like block him. And so once I found out he was really just like trolling, I blocked him. But I was like, damn, this is what happens when I at least like say something on her page.
When you just comment, yeah.
I mean,
no, she's like real deal. I know somebody else who just signed up for her courses, so I'm interested to see their journey as well.
Mine ended really soon, very abruptly. But like, what has been like one of your favorite episodes, and one of maybe your worst episodes? You think?
Ooh, okay, worst. I had guests. I'm not going to name them, but I had guests. I don't think they understood the difference between the radio and podcast.
Oh,
and so it was a lot of shout out. It was just very awkward.
We know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, It was just very uncomfortable and awkward. But I think some of my best ones, God, I have a lot. I think Mistress Marley was one, Glamazon Tayomi, just because she was a Reach guest. I did one with the Black Nature Association, which they're Black nudists.
Wow.
Ooh.
And I love that one because my mom gave me that topic, which is funny. The episode with my mom and her best friend who came on to talk about their old ratchet days, which was funny.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. So those are like off the top of my head. Those are my favorites.
Okay. So we do have a hear ye. We're gonna answer a question. It's one question so we can let. Did you get any more?
No, I didn't see any more this week.
And then we're gonna get up out of here because it's getting late.
Okay.
Yay.
So this is really brief. I have an awesome man. He takes care of me. He provides. No kids. Good job. Own teeth. Everything about him is perfect.
Not his own teeth.
But he gives great head, but his dick is too big. It's painfully big and I can't handle it. I don't know what other options there are for me. I don't want to let him go, but I cannot have sex with him comfortably. What can I do?
Damn.
Shit.
Dick too big. Boy, I want to have them kind of problems.
Shit. It's uncomfortable.
And they got to be big to hurt and to write a letter. Shit.
I'm fucking screaming. No, low key.
Damn.
Imagine you sitting there writing the letter and your shit shifting.
Like, dear Abby, my boyfriend's dick is too big. Please help.
My cervix is knocked out.
So the only thing I can say is, sis, like, you want to speak up, right? You have to tell him he's gonna take shallow strokes. Maybe do some angles. You meant to be on top where you can control how much you're taking in. If it really is painful, like, so, yeah, you have to speak up, sis. Like,
yeah,
you have to speak up. I do know it's this company called, I think it's called O Nut, but I think they do something where they help with painful sex. And it's like a not contraption, but it's like a silicone thing that you could put on the penis to help with pain that you receive during sex. So
wow,
those are my thoughts. But
a pocket pussy?
Yeah, it's like a sleeve. It goes on the penis. It looks like a sleeve almost, but they're like this big. You like slide it on the penis, I believe. So you might want to look into that. But definitely you better speak up, sis. Because you can't keep being in pain.
Nah, at all. And he's got full pleasure going on over there.
Yeah.
I mean, does he though? I don't know if they finish or anything like that, but I definitely don't want to be writhing while he over there humping away and over here feel like my gut's getting ripped out or anything like that.
Yeah, nah, low key. Some niggas you be on top and they just want to like grab you.
Yeah, like no.
Jackhammer.
Yeah, chill.
You're not going to rearrange my organs. Like, please chill out.
At all.
I don't know. Like,
I would have to agree. Like, definitely speak up and like tell him that it is painful, and you may need to even be specific and be like, it's not a pleasurable pain. Like,
it actually went too.
It actually hurts.
You say pain, and he was like, "Oh, for real?"
Yeah, like some niggas think like,
they
oh,
get
she like pain. Yeah, and you be like,
yeah,
no,
that's a good point.
It don't feel good.
Really
tell them the type of pain. Yes.
Yeah, and like and if he doesn't try to adjust from there, then girl, I don't know.
And I know some people sometimes do have problems or do have issues and have painful sex. So like make sure it's not, nothing. I'm not saying nothing wrong with you, but just make sure that, health wise that you're okay as well.
Yes.
That you're not having painful sex, because there's like, PID can cause painful sex, just different things can cause really painful sex. But you did say his dick was big too. So
yeah, I think, speak up. I like it. Speak up.
Yeah.
Tell him. And I do think also be sure to go check out things.
Yeah. Not bad advice at all, y'all.
Well, okay. So this is because we always get the questions like the sex is bad or his dick is little.
Yeah.
And it's always the men who are I don't say always, but it's usually a general consensus that men with smaller penises have great head.
Yeah.
Well, they got to, because they got to do something.
Right.
But this nigga has great head too. So is that his mechanism because his dick is too big?
It could be because I also know someone who said they were with somebody.
Asking for a friend.
Yeah, asking for a friend. Where the guy's dick was so big that he had gotten self-conscious about it when having sex with women.
Oh.
And so he did kind of brush up on his other sexual skills because it got to the point where women did not want to have sex with him because it was so big it would hurt them.
Oh,
damn.
So that is a good point.
Yeah. I mean, I'm thinking about the big dicks I've had. It usually came with like, well, no, let me not say usually. There's one in particular. He had a very, very large penis and his head was good too.
Now, I had one who it's one of my favorite penises ever.
Come on, favorite
thick,
penis.
Girthy, long. Couldn't eat pussy to save his whole life.
Damn.
Because he had good
And
dick.
I was okay with it because the dick was so good.
That's what happens. That's what
Yeah,
happens.
the dick was so good. The stroke game was immaculate. That I was just like, he would try. I'm like, let's not waste time. Give me the meat. Give me the meat.
You didn't even want to like try to teach him, like guide him?
Nope.
It was good enough.
Damn.
Stroke game was perfect.
Oh yeah, he must have been A1.
Yeah, no, he really was. He knew he had a big dick and he knew how to use it.
Damn. See, I be wanting before we go to Pound Town, let's stop at the liquor store. Like I be wanting let's stop. Okay.
Now he would do other things. He could. He would use his hands a lot. But it was something he could not eat pussy. It was just
See?
I was astounded by it.
Okay.
Wow.
You said you've had one that had both?
Yeah.
Have you had one that had both?
Big dick and good head?
Actually, yes. I've had one as well.
They far and few between, but they there.
Yeah, I've had one.
They definitely there. And then like I think people don't understand. I don't know, at least me personally. Fingering is a lost art.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, I'm like,
absolutely.
Some of you niggas don't realize that if you knew how to finger a woman properly, you really might not have to do much else.
Oh, and let me state this right now, fellas, listen to me. Before you put your fingers in somebody's pussy, please wash your hands.
Yes.
And please make sure there's no dirt under your fingernails. You sitting there trying to scratch my G-walls and putting your dirt up it. No, we are not doing that.
Very important. Very, very important. But that is a lost art.
It really is. I completely agree. Completely.
Now they just want to put that finger in your ass and that be it.
And then they don't even want to do that properly.
What you mean?
They just want to be
it's
like aggressive with it. And it's like
it is aggressive.
Can you just you can't rub on the outside first and then like do something? Like they just want to go straight to
tease it up a little bit. They just want to go straight for the gusto.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Facts. Yes.
Okay, well, hope that helped somewhat. I mean,
it did.
Listen, and if you don't want them, shit.
Throw them this way.
I always say I'm a size queen, but I mean, I'll try it.
I mean, I'll fuck with it.
I'm down to try.
Let me see if it hurts.
Let me find out. But Boonie,
that's called quality control.
I mean,
facts.
I'm just testing out for you. but so we're getting ready to go and get out of here. Boonie, when does your episodes drop and where can everyone find you?
Yeah, so new episodes of the Boonie Breakdown podcast drop every Monday when we're in season. So we're in season through the end of this year. So like 8 or so more weeks of new episodes. And you can find God everywhere. So Apple Podcasts, Spotify, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, did I say that? And Google Podcasts. So yeah, anywhere that you listen to podcasts on.
Perfect.
The fact that you know that, I don't just be like all platforms you listen to.
Wherever you like to listen.
Because that's the thing I learned. Somebody told me that, like, to stop saying that, to at least know 4 of them. Some people ask you, like it was tangible. Oh, I have Spotify. Oh, I know SoundCloud. Because people get real weird about podcasts. Like, what is a podcast?
Right.
So when you say those things, they're like, oh, I have that. Okay.
Right. Be like, it's that purple app on your phone you don't be using.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Dropping gems again. And where can they follow you on social media?
So you can follow us. I'm most active on Instagram, but we're on Instagram and Facebook at the Boonie Breakdown. We're on Twitter just at Boonie Breakdown. But follow us on Instagram. We have a good time over there. We have a good time on
It really
Instagram.
is.
Yes.
Should I always fuck this up? So y'all can follow us if you have any questions, comments, concerns at hearyoupodcast@gmail.com. And we are Hear You Podcast on all social media platforms. Guess Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I'll say the fourth.
Right. There you go.
Y'all can hit me up on IG at @_breezy, BREEZY. And where can they find you at?
And of course, you guys can find me on Instagram at Tana Taught You. That's TANNAH Taught You. All right, Boonie. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Like, this was really a lot of fun.
Definitely. Was.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I had a good time. It's nice to be on the other side.
Well, we definitely appreciate you. And as always, shout out to everybody. We had fun, and we will talk to y'all next week. Bye.
Bye. All right, I'm just gonna stop it because I always have to put the
music at the end.
Yeah. So thank you so